guys, NFL Scuttle Predictions by Pineapple King here. Today we have part Chargers. I just got done with the Raiders video. So if you didn't see that, go check it out. You already know they win week 1 here in SoFi. Looking great Chargers, looking amazing, feeling amazing. And then you head to Charlotte and you lose. Let me talk about this team for a second before we continue, but it's just Justin Herbert is the only elite part of that offense now. You got two mid running backs, a bunch of mid wide receivers, and a bad offensive line. And then you go over to the defense, and then you have Bosa and Derwin, which Derwin is getting old, and Bosa can't do everything by himself. So just know that and see that whenever you see this record, because you head to Pittsburgh, you lose. Actually, the Chiefs come to you first time of 2 games, but you lose, doesn't matter. You go into a really early bye, which I don't know why these byes are so early, but 1-3, and you're gonna wish your record stayed like that because actually, crazy enough, I switched these last minute, but you win at home against the Broncos whenever the Broncos are at home instead of whenever you're at home, and I think it's based off of the bye week rest. I don't think it's based off of really anything else, and also that the Broncos suck. You're better than the Broncos. Cardinals, sneaky team, sneaky good team, especially in Arizona. You're going to lose that game. You play the Saints at home. I think it's close. It's a close game, but you still lose. You can't. Derek Carr is just good enough to play with Justin Herbert to where the Saints defense can take over and win them that game, even though the Saints defense isn't the greatest. Browns in Cleveland, not happening. That defense is way too good to stop the mid on that team besides Justin Herbert. And then you have 3 straight home games, which is great because you face the Titans, which I do think Herbert can outperform Will Levis pretty easily. I think you get a win here because the Titans' defense is about as good as the Chargers, and they're both mid. And other than D-Hop and Calvin Ridley, I mean, the wide receiver rooms are close. I think you edge out a close win here. I don't know, I just feel weird about giving the Titans that win. I think the Chargers can pull that off, especially when it's a home game for you guys. But you face 2 really good teams back-to-back at home. Those other 2 home games, you lose. You can't beat the Bengals or the Ravens with just a quarterback, a safety, and a defensive end. So then you face the Falcons in Georgia, not happening. Face the Chiefs a second time, also not happening. Both have much more high-powered offenses. Even though Justin Herbert is there, it doesn't matter. Justin Herbert cannot carry this team. He's good, but he's not. Even if he was Patrick Mahomes, I still think Patrick Mahomes could only edge out a few more wins here. But it's just not going to happen. Bucks in SoFi, doesn't matter. You're going to lose. And then you actually split the series with the Broncos, which is almost embarrassing because the Broncos suck. But I think the Broncos' defense is better, and I think you split the series because of that. Patriots, worst team in the NFL. You already know that. Actually, you don't know that yet. Well, kind of obvious. You win there, though, even though it's in Gillette. I still think you win. And then, first and last, you just saw the Raiders video. They lose this. 4-13, not a good look. And look, I'm probably gonna get hate for this, but because the line for the Chargers is like 7.5 wins, and I took the under with $10. It's free money. You can't expect the Chargers to get 4 more wins out of this. It's crazy. Like, maybe they beat the Panthers and maybe they sweep the Broncos, but all these other teams are pretty good. Like, even the Saints is solid, and the Raiders are kind of solid. Not great. They both still are going to have negative records, but you're better than the Broncos, not better than the Raiders. I think it's mainly because of the defense. You still suck, but you're not the worst.